Hi, Senator.
Yeah.
Kit Maher, CNN. I know Donald Trump has been reported.
She's one of the good CNN reporters. There's like two of them. She's okay.
Back to my question. So Donald Trump has enlisted the help of Tulsi Gabbard to prep for his debate. I'd like to know how you were prepping for a debate with Tim Walz, who has described himself as a bad debater. Who's helping you, and how are you prepping?
Well, I found a good friend from back home who embellishes and lies a lot, and I'm having him stand in for Tim Walz. That's what we're doing during our debate.
That's Trump running mate JD Vance absolutely torching Tim Walz for being a dishonest political hack. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and the lies seem to be piling up for Kamala Harris's VP choice. First, he was accused of stolen valor for stating that he was involved in combat and claiming a rank that wasn't officially recognized. Then he lied about his wife having IVF. And let's not forget the DUI debacle, or his lies about the educational impacts of COVID in his state, which isn't a good look for a ticket already associated with dishonesty, avoiding the press, and keeping things from the American public.
All kidding aside, what we're going to do is we're going to focus a lot on policy, right? The way that I'm trying to prepare is to try to make sure that we're prepared to answer the American people's questions on how we're going to make their lives better, how we're going to make their communities safer, how we're going to bring back prosperity and low prices to the American economy. And we're going to focus on policy. And then obviously we're going to answer whatever questions the moderators have. That's how we're focusing. And my little theory about why they decided to have the convention in Chicago is, Tim Walz has been going around saying that he served in war. And maybe they did it in Chicago so that he could actually accurately say that he visited a combat zone. Because Chicago, Chicago has violent crime statistics that actually mirror, again, third world, highly violent countries. Nobody should be growing up in a community where you have a murder rate like that. And I think it is a good contrast between the policies of Kamala Harris that promote violent crime and the criminals who do it, and the policies of Donald J. Trump who promote peace, who promote prosperity, and want to throw the violent criminals behind bars. That's what Donald J. Trump wants to do.
Kind of going off the DNC, Vice President Kamala Harris is paying a visit to Milwaukee tonight, holding a rally. Do you have any response to that?
No response. Look, Kamala Harris is going to run the campaign that she runs. I would say that I wish that she would do what I'm doing right now, which is talk to the media and actually answer some tough questions.
Vance does an awesome job here of flipping the script on the establishment media narrative that his ticket isn't talking about policy. Because the fact of the matter is they've done an excellent job staying on message. It's the media and pretend journalists that are constantly trying to derail discussions with manufactured outrage or petty drama, like focusing on comments Vance made 10 years ago. And if they want to talk about somebody avoiding policy discussions, they should check out the DNC, because speakers mentioned Trump nearly 150 times so far, more than issues like crime, inflation, and border security combined.
If you think what I'm doing here right now, what am I asking? The question I'm asking is for the fine people gathered to vote for me to be their vice president of the United States. What an awesome responsibility, and what an incredible thing that I'm asking them to do. Now, Kamala Harris is going around asking people to be their president of the United States, but she won't answer a single tough question, and she won't interact with the American people unless there's a teleprompter standing between them and her. And I think that's crazy. What the media has got to start doing is it's got to start saying, look, if Kamala Harris is not going to stand and answer some tough questions, we're going to stop giving her this fake fawning coverage. Demand that she do what any president has had to do, which is answer some tough questions. Because you watch her rallies, and Kamala's argument is something that I could not stay with a straight face. She stands there and says on day one, she's going to tackle the housing affordability crisis in our country. On day one, she's going to tackle the grocery affordability crisis in our country, and they are crises. Well, Kamala, day one was 3.5 years ago. You've been the vice president for 3.5 years. What the hell have you been doing for all that time? If she has such good ideas for how to bring down the cost of food and groceries and housing, why doesn't she do it now? She's the vice president. Not talk about what she's going to do in 6 months. Do it now.
This is another excellent point of attack, because to say Harris doesn't hold power in the current administration is to undermine everything Democrats and the media have been doing to hide her lack of accomplishments. So she would either need to be honest and admit she was an ineffective VP who was only hired on the basis of her race and gender, or own the administration's record, which not only implies that she could have addressed addressed a lot of the things she's been complaining about, but also ties her to a lot of Biden's blunders over the last 4 years. But let me know what you think. Who's going to come out on top in these debates? Or does it even matter at this point because people are just voting down party lines? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!